learn how to make this 5-layer bow with me. For this bow, you're gonna need 5 different wired ribbons. I use 3 that are 2.5 inch and 2 that are 1.5 inch. I have a little piece of ribbon here that I'm gonna use for the center and a piece of floral wire that I've folded in half so that there's a little loop on the end. You're gonna need 3 pieces that are 1 yard long, 1 piece that is 7/8 of a yard, and 1 piece that is 3/4 of a yard. We're gonna start with the shortest piece. This is gonna be the top layer of the bow. You're gonna fold it in half, make a little crease. That's gonna be the center of your bow. You lay it out on the table with the pretty side of the ribbon facing the table. You're gonna bring the top half down and out the right, and the bottom half is gonna go up and out the top left. So you should have a tail on the bottom right and a tail going up the top left. You're gonna lay your ribbon just side by side. You're not gonna overlap it at all. So it's just side by side, and right on top of where you creased it, that's the center of the bow, we're gonna pinch. So you pinch it like this, then we're gonna take the loop end of the wire, and I kind of hold it with my thumb. We're gonna grab the ends of the wire, go around the bow, and pull it up through that loop. And we're gonna tighten it, and on the back of that layer, we're gonna tie a little single knot. This style of bow, we make each layer separately, so it's easier. You don't have to hold all your layers together. So this top piece, we're gonna just leave it face down on the table next to me. You're gonna grab the next piece of ribbon, fold it in half. Now we went out the bottom right, now we're gonna go out the bottom left, and this bottom half we're gonna fold upward towards the top right. You wanna alternate back and forth each layer so that your loops and tails don't all end up like right underneath each other. When you make this second layer of your bow, this is the front of it, I'm gonna flip it over so it's face down on the table and just twist it right onto the back of that first layer that I made, and use the same piece of wire to tie a little knot. Now we're gonna go to the next layer. We're gonna fold it in half again to find the center of it. And the top half of the ribbon, we're gonna loop downward and out towards the right side again, just like that first layer we did. And this one's gonna go up the left side. Bunch across the center. And I'm gonna flip it upside down and just add it directly behind this last layer that we did. And again, use the same wire to just tie a little knot. Now we're moving on to the 4th layer. I'm gonna fold it in half to find the center point. And the top half of the ribbon, we're gonna loop down and towards the left. And the bottom half of the ribbon, we're gonna fold upward and out the top right. And for each layer, you just wanna make sure that your tails are about the same distance out as your loops. That way it's kind of a circular shape. If the tails end up a little bit longer than your loops, it's not a big deal because we're gonna trim them at the end. So I'm gonna tie this layer on, and we are going to grab our last layer of the bow. This is the bottom of the bow. Fold it in half to find the center, open it up. And the top half is gonna come downward and towards the right. The bottom is gonna fold upward and go out the left side. I'm gonna pinch it. I'm gonna flip it over and just tie it on. Now I'm gonna double knot this wire since this is my last layer. We're gonna keep the wire attached, so you're not gonna cut your wire, because I leave the wire on so I can use that to tie on to whatever you're attaching it to. You're gonna wanna pinch all of your layers together really tightly in the center, because we're gonna add this narrow ribbon to cover the wire And the tighter you can pinch all your layers together, the better the bow fluffs up at the end. So you just want to pinch all the layers really tight, get that center ribbon as snug as you can get it. And we are going to hot glue it on the back side right on top of the last knot that we tied. You want to make sure that your little pieces of wire, there's one coming out each side of the center. That way you're putting your hot glue just directly on that knot. So I'm going to glue each flap down, and I did trim the center ribbon a little bit shorter. You just want to leave probably about 1/2 inch on each side to fold down and glue. I'm going to roll up the wire just so it stays out of my way so I don't accidentally cut it. So we're just going to roll it up. Just twist it a little bit so it stays. And now we are going to fan out our bow. This part's optional. I like a more circular shape to the bow. So I fluff up my loops and I drag the tails of the bow into like the gap where, like right by the center of the bow, you'll have a space. I pull the tails into that spot so that it is more circular. So once we fan it out, we are going to start trimming the tails. Biggest thing is to not accidentally like snip through a loop. I had done that a few times. It's very frustrating. So I just fold each tail in half and I cut at an angle to create that dovetail look. And your tails, you want to trim them about the same size as the loops of each layer. So like the 1.5 inch ribbons, those tails are a little bit shorter than these bottom layers are going to be because I want them all to show. If you are using a ribbon that frays a lot, I will sometimes put fray check on the cut edges of all the ribbon, and it just kind of hardens it. It dries clear and it keeps it from fraying and unraveling. These bows are great for adding onto wreaths, onto signs. They're great for like gift baskets, wedding gift bows. They're very, very pretty, very full, and super easy to make. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel because I have a ton of different wreath making, bow making, Christmas tree decorating, all the different ribbon videos. Thanks for watching and leave me a comment.